Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the legendary Dr. Christy Iwuchukwu, the master of storytelling, the guru that pulls stuff out of people that I've never seen before. Dr. Christy, I mean that, people. I mean, Dr. Iwuchukwu is one of those people that I've been around the world and I've seen a lot. She has a 5-week program that so masterfully pulls stuff out of people and takes people from one level to the next level. And we have the vice president of I Change Nations, Dr. Robin Lococo, the president and founder of Challenge Champions and Heroes, that was a participant in Dr. Christie's program and a graduate of Storytell to the Michelle program. And she's here this evening to speak to us about how this thing has changed her life. And I am living proof because she's been with me for 28 years. And I can tell you, I've watched a transformation in her. Guys, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't real. I'm King Clyde Rivers. If it wakes me up and gets me like this, you better listen tonight. Dr. Christy, over to you.
Awesome. Thank you for that sweet introduction. I appreciate you. As always, you are a servant leader, and I appreciate your mentorship. So, Dr. Lococo, nice to see you again. It's been
good to see you too. How are you?
I'm doing great. I see you have your awesome certificate for this that we're here to talk about.
It's right there. Can you see it?
Awesome. Thank you so much. And so I wanted to get an idea from you how this course have been for you. What did you get out of the course? Overall, what skills did you learn? And so on and so forth, so that people that are watching us, whether they're going to be watching us in the future or now, will get an experience of what this course has been like for you.
Dr. Lococo, you know I've worked with you for 28 years. I can tell you in that 5-week period you went through with Dr. Christy, you came back different. Yeah. What would you say is the single most important thing that you learned from Dr. Christy and her Storytell to Sell program?
That's one thing with you, Dr. Rivers. I mean, you know me probably better than anybody else. So when you saw that change, for me, it was the fact that she built confidence in me. Okay, I always had a fear of being in the front because over the years of working with you, I've always been in the back, and I didn't want to be in the front. But Christy helped me build that confidence and helped me break through the fears. Things that she said, they triggered things within me that helped me to change.
Dr. Lococo, after her program, you started a show.
I did.
Man, I would have never, ever imagined you starting a show in 28 years. You started a show.
Yep, I started a show called Real Life Education Through Real Life Stories, and it's connected to my Special Needs Civility Dialogue model. So what my vision is for that is to bring conversations. I have the guests on the shows that are connected with special needs, or they have a special need, and they just basically share their story, and we grow the information process from there.
But Dr. Lococo, you started a show. Wait. You wouldn't talk to anyone?
No.
In 5 weeks, you went from coming in, and it wasn't easy because we had talks, because this actual program, it challenged you. Where did this program challenge you the most, Dr. Lococo?
To open up personally, because I've always been very guarded about my life and things that I do. So it helped me open up and give me tools to share my personal stories, basically. And there were things that she had said that had triggered things within me to help me say, hey, my story could help somebody else.
So, wow. So So are you telling me, Dr. Christie, in 5 weeks, Robin, this is where I'm amazed. I've been trying to get you to move for 28. and she's got you in 5 weeks to move to the front. As we're talking this morning, you said it's one thing that Dr. Christie said that made you lose fear of speaking. You remember
Yeah.
what that was?
She basically shared that, you know, everybody has that fear. She went through it herself, and she explained her story of how she had to work through things. So when I really was able to look at, wow, this is really kind of part of human nature, is, you know, we think and we worry about what other people think about us. It's just like, okay, well, that's it, you know. So
Yeah. And Dr. Lococo, you're good on your show. You're good. I've watched it. You're good. You aren't just average. And this is why I am actually raving about a 5-week program, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Dr. Lococo went from having some confidence, but this put her confidence at a level to where she moved to action. Now, I'm telling you this, people that are watching, most people talk about change, but they don't make change. So Dr. Christie, I've had the privilege to work with her. She has graduated 20 students this year from Storytell to 20, and those 20 are like Dr. Lococo. They're gassed up. They're moving.
we're
They're
on
changing
steroids
stuff.
now, huh?
Yeah. So it's and you know what? I am not. I'm a believer, but I'm a seeing. I have to see it to believe. And I can tell you, and I work at the top of the world, and I can tell you, I've seen every program, all the programs. You'll make 6 figures. You'll do this. You'll do this here. I've seen the actual clients from those. In a 5-week period, in a 5-week window, Dr. Christie, her program transformed. And you know what, Dr. Christie, Robin, what makes her program unique in your opinion?
Dr. Christie, it's uncomfortable. Yes, very uncomfortable, but she gives you the opportunity to do it again and again and again. We did what, 3 or 4 videos? And each time we got a little bit more confident and did a little bit more. So that was good. You made us feel comfortable in doing those videos. So.
Well, Dr. Lococo, at the end of your last presentation, I had a tear in my eye.
Oh.
because no, I would not get on here. Have you ever seen me do this before? Have you ever seen me? All the people I work with in the world, have you ever seen me do this, Dr. Lococo? You handle everything I do. Have you seen me get on and actually rave about a person like this?
Right, no.
Because because Dr. Christie Iwachukwu, her program, Storytell to Self, I recommend it. If you're good, if you're average, you'll be good. If you're good, you'll be great. If you're great, you'll excel. She has something for everyone. That's how I become so good. I listen to her.
And if you're full of fear,
and I'm better.
If you're full of fear and think that you can't do it, you can.
Right, Dr. Christie, over to you.
So, Dr. Lococo, I am thrilled about what you are currently doing. I can say enough about you. Sometimes I peep in and I watch you, and the excitement and your confidence, the confidence that you exude on those shows, it's really amazing. I remember when you first came in, and I was wondering to you, what was your expectation when you first joined my course?
I didn't have a lot of expectations. I kind of just was in to see how it worked and to see what I could learn from it, you know. But as I got going in it, then it was like, oh, okay. Then the expectation started, you know, anticipating and growing, and, you know, then I began to pull the things out of it.
If you were to rate the expectation and rate the class from 1 to 10,
I would rate it a 10.
Oh,
because
wow. You would rate it a 10.
Wow.
Awesome.
I
Wow.
know where I was at, with the fear within me and the being a public speaker, and just the thought of doing a Zoom was petrifying.
And ladies and gentlemen, and I know this because when she had speaking engagements, she would stay awake the whole week before. She would call me and say, "Man, I can't sleep." She would have
I
all
can't
these
sleep.
different things happen, and it's over. It's over and done.
Yeah. Yep.
Dr.
So
Lococo. So, do you believe Dr. Christie's program, Storytell to Sell, do you feel it can help anyone and everyone?
Yes, I do. I do. If you're willing to open yourself up, I mean, that's the key, because that first time we engaged, it was like, I'm not talking about all my personal stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing that. But I could see where telling my stories, it helped engage the audience, because as I started to train at the church and stuff, and I could see where it actually worked, so it was good.
I was just so amazed at your transformation. So amazed at your transformation that when I watch you, as I said before, watching you doing those shows, I couldn't believe it, because I remember the very first time that you came to my course, and to see what you're doing here now, what you have accomplished. One thing about Storytell to Sell, really, as you have well said, it's not just about you learning your story. It's about you overcoming the fear. And we have a process that we put you through. Whether you need to identify who are you going to serve, who is your ideal client, because you want to make sure that when you are speaking to your ideal clients, what you have to say will land. Because if it doesn't land, it doesn't do you any good. You also have to know how to talk to them, because everyone has different learning style. Everyone has different speaking style. People learn differently and they speak differently. And when you have an audience, all of them are in the room. The question is, how do you move them to action, knowing that everyone is different and they learn differently? So
Yeah.
I have to ask you, being in that course, what are the specific skills that you learned and what were the takeaways?
Like I said, I would say the learning how to engage my audience.
Dr. Christie, you like narrow the field and broaden the scope. That's a great way to put it. You open people up for the whole world, and you make it specific for their need.
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
so what it does, it makes people not think they have to know everything. Because Dr. Lococo now, as she shares her story, I get it. And what I can say, being as we work together with our business, she is different at presenting. There's a patience there that builds anticipation. You're watching now, and you're going, oh man, and then and like me, Dr. Chrissy, I get bored quickly. If you don't talk to me and give me the stuff quickly, I just go I'll zone out. And what is having a transparent talk? Now, when I'm watching her teach, it's like, so Dr. Christie, again, there's one person that I've not seen. This is just Clyde Rivers. This is King. I have not seen a person move people along in 5 weeks like you ever. And I've had hundreds, thousands of people I've helped. In a 5-week period, nobody that I've seen moves people as far as you do. Dr. Lococo started a show. She was pushing me. Like, I want to do this. I'm going, you? 28 years, I'm going, you want to do what? She goes, I got to show. And she went, started making the banners, did everything. Call me, I'm ready. I'm like, oh my goodness. So you move people to real action. Dr. Christie, the world is better because people like you are giving people hope. So never ever be discouraged in what you do. It's reaching the world.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that awesome message that out there. You know, Storytell to Sell is about evidence and results. I don't wait for 6 months, 1 year to have you get the result and the transformation. Because I know that when you get the result and transformation, you inspire yourself, you motivate yourself to want to do great things. And that's exactly what this course is for. It's allowing you to experience the transformation in a very short period of time. We have passed the days of so many people motivating. Now, motivation is good, but a couple of hours later, guess what? It fizzles out. This is about evidence and transformation. And as I said before, for those of you that are going to be watching this, I want you to watch it with an open mind. That even though you say Storytell to Sell, it's about learning how to get your speaking skills, learning how to get your presentation skills. When you are talking to people, how do you talk to them? Are they listening? Are they getting what you are saying? Is it digesting? Are you saying it enough so that your structure of what you're saying is not all over, so that they can determine what is important to them to take away and what is not important? We talk about everything. Who are you talking to? Because what you're saying, if it doesn't land, it makes no sense. And then we infuse your story to make it palatable to the people that you are talking to. Sometimes the medicine may be bitter, but when you put the honey into it, guess what? It's easy to swallow. And I tell my people that you are the only person that holding that medicine that somebody else is anxiously waiting for to get healed. And guess what? If you are holding that medicine, that person may never get healed. It is your time to release that medicine and heal somebody else, because the world is waiting for you. Someone is waiting for you for their own transformation. I hope that you join us. If you are watching this, there's more people that are going to testify about the evidence and result that Storytell to Tell provides.
Dr. Christie, hang on. And what's that? Go ahead, Dr. LeCoq, and then I got something I want to add.
And I was going to say that little bit of philosophy that Dr. Christie just shared, those are the nuggets that you get to help motivate you. When she talks about things like that, you know, you don't share your story, nobody's going to hear it.
Wow.
You know, you don't share your vision or your initiative. I could have all the greatest ideas in my head, but if I don't get them out and I show the world and I connect with the world, it goes nowhere.
Wow.
So, that's an eye-opener too.
And the one thing I want to say is, we say 5 weeks. Let me break it down less. You work an 8-hour workday. It's a total of 8 hours. It's a total of 8 hours in 5 weeks. So people, this is 8 hours of transformation over 5 weeks. I have never seen someone get up, go to work at 8, finish at 5, and they're transformed. You bring out people's uniqueness. You don't tell them, quote other people. No. You teach them how to quote them.
And be a new person.
Thank you so much.
Results.
And thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. And for the audience, if you are watching this, I want you to see and hear what we have talked about. It's all about transformation. It's about speaking. It's about presentation. And most of all, it's about you, who you are versus who you think you are. Because you are here thinking you're not good enough. You're here thinking, I'm not like all these gurus. And I'm telling you, you are that and much more. Even if you are a speaker, even if you are an author, even if you are a coach, there is something for everyone. And I thank you all, everyone. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Christie.